Jack, you can get in trouble for you being in the show. You gotta leave, Jack.
All right, now I'm live again. That's better be what the problem is.
Yes, when they want somebody to post it, you can get in trouble. Just like he can. It's considered child.
I am live again. All right, folks.
I can't believe that happened.
I can believe it. I'm old. I see the volume
so
there.
literally, everybody,
There's
let me tell
two.
you this.
Finally.
So Pop was wondering, why isn't anybody going in the stream? And then it turns out it was on private. The stream was on private. It's considered private.
All right, guys, let's pop in here. Y'all got me worried.
No, you got yourself worried. You put it on.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, you put on private. You put the stream on private. Nobody could join.
Look here. Got my teeth in.
Okay, hey Pop though.
There's Kelly.
Imagine this. Imagine if you still thought nobody was just gonna join the stream.
Hey Kelly, boy, I screwed this thing up. I've been sitting on here for 5 minutes wondering where everybody was at.
And turns out the stream was on private.
Hey, I do the talking. Hey Jerry and Barb, Steve Smith. I'm feeling good.
He doesn't have a fever anymore.
Jeannie Coons. Hey Jeannie, that picture you sent me, is that a grandson or a son? The one that's in this graduation outfit. Yeah, I've been on. I come on at 5, but I had the darn thing marked private. I didn't know it until my grandson was explaining to me what was wrong, and that's what it was. So I had to start over. Had to start over. I still got a little bit of a cough, and I know I'm supposed to cough into my arm, but I got to push it up there to do it. It's just easy for me to go like this. Nobody protect but my screen there. So, it's your grandson. Yeah, that makes us proud when them kids graduate, don't it? I got some things I was wanting to talk about, but I was kind of going to wait till there's a few more in here before I do it. I hadn't put I got my teeth in. You can see, they might slip. I don't know. If you lose weight, you kind of lose weight in your mouth too, and then things start slip. Same thing with my plugs on my hearing aid, you know. But where's my water? I'm still taking my temperature. I took it about 20 minutes ago. It was 97.8, I believe it was. And Jerry and Barb, I'm trying to think. I did kind of fudge today. I don't know what got into my daughter. She come in this morning from work. She had a bag of big breakfasts from McDonald's. It's the one that's got pancakes and eggs and sausage and a biscuit and all that stuff. I don't eat the pancakes. but I did scoff up the egg and sausage in one of them. But then she had another bag. Hey, Fantab, there's Willow. Hey, Willow. How you doing, dear? I took a bite out of a darn donut. Well, it wasn't a donut, but it was the same thing as a donut. But that's all I did. I didn't eat a whole donut or anything, but that's kind of cheating. I'm pretty sure I've lost some weight. I hadn't put a foot out the door today all day. And yesterday, I had to go out the door. I had to go to the I've been trying and trying. Hey, Marion, I've been trying and trying to Marion Bull. Oh, well, Willow, don't you hurt yourself, dear. I know your problem is with your laptop. It's not with your desktop, and I know it's a lot of pain for you to sit there at that desktop. So, dear, don't hurt yourself. People was concerned about you and everything. I've had several asking about you, and but at least you're here right now. You don't have lost weight. Yeah, I got a question. A lot of people say, well, you don't look 80 or in your 80th year. Are they just being nice and polite and just saying, well, I look younger than I am? Hey, Christy, I look at myself. I don't seem like Miss Lucille. I was talking to her the other day at a distance, and she's wrinkled up pretty good. I'm not all that wrinkled up. But do I look my age, or do I look younger than my age? And tell me the dang truth. You don't. I don't have that much vanity, but I'm just curious. Are they telling the truth, or are they just being nice or polite? I don't know. I know I can look at my hands and I can bend them like that, and I see a lot of wrinkles on my hands. But then if I do them like that, there is no wrinkles. My arms are not wrinkled, but I can push my skin up. Like, I know your skin loses a lot of its elasticity over the years, but are they just being, I look 70. Okay, thank you, Marion. And Mary Beth says, I do not look my age. I sure feel it sometimes. Dadgum, I wish that nagging little cough would go. And that worries me. But I have a lot of people that say I don't look my age. I kind of gauge things sometimes by comments I get, and somebody's channel has been trash mouthing me or trash talking me. I ain't going to say who, which they can do that, I didn't realize they were. I didn't realize they were trash talking, but a couple of my subscribers says, hey, so-and-so's been trash talking you. So, and the one even said, so I unsubbed them. Well, you didn't have to do that, if you like watching them, but I didn't know they was trash talking, and so I went and looked at the video, and sure enough, they're trash talking. And maybe that means I've arrived when you got somebody talking about you. I don't trash talk nobody on open. I might trash talk somebody if I'm talking in private with somebody I know real good. But as far as getting on my channel and trash talking, I ain't gonna do it. And I may have done it already a couple of times if I can think back, but I can't remember it if I did. But it's not the way to go. Retire them bags. I sent you yet. Oh no, I'm still using them bags. I got one hung on the back of my seat right now. That's the ones that you sent me from England. Yeah, no, they're not retired. They're looking like they should be. I've used them quite a bit. I had to wash them out the other day. I put some cans in there, and they one of them had some drink in it, so I had to wash them out and spray them. I'm spraying a lot of stuff these days. I'm spraying stuff that I pick up now. Hey, Joshua, watching from Irving, Texas. One of my Texas friends. Are you subscribed to me, my friend? I sure will, Marion. I appreciate it. You know, guys, I appreciate so much. I mean, I appreciate everybody, all of you. But the people that are watching me from England, from Germany, matter of fact, I got a private live stream I'm doing tomorrow. I have to do it at 12 o'clock because she wants to do it at 6 p.m. her time, and her time is Berlin. So 12 o'clock here is 6 p.m. there. So I'm doing and it's, what's her name? Manila. I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Manila. What did I do with that? I wrote it down. Manula Kips. She's from Berlin, Germany. Really looking forward to it. And guys, I got a goal now is to talk privately with as many of my subscribers as I can. I don't care where you are in the world. We'll set the time up that's good for you. My time for me here is not that important. Yeah, Manila, I'm talking to her tomorrow. And some of you folks that I've already talked to live, if you want to talk again live, private live, we'll do it. Fantab, Mary Beth, and Maggie from Guam. But no, I really like talking around the world. And I've got a subscriber from Russia, but they're not in much of a talky mood. Where do you live? I am a 25-year-old scrapper. John, I live in Florida, Central Florida, about an hour and a half away from Disney World, which is closed. Who did you bring over from another channel? Yeah, I'm talking to her. Matter of fact, I'm going to give her a wrench too, so she can be a mod if she wants to be, because I understand that she moderates some other channels. Manuela. Okay, now I got it. Just call her Ella. Manuela. But I'll be talking to her tomorrow. My time, it'll be 12 o'clock, but it's going to be private, folks. And also, one thing I asked somebody when they talk private with me, do they want it to remain private? And if they say yes, they want it private, then that's the way it'll be. And if they say no, they don't care, then I'm gonna publish it as a video that anybody can watch. Cullum family, they're the ones in South Africa. Oh yeah, there is one in Paris, isn't there? I hadn't been to Disneyland or Disney World in years. I used to go a lot back when I was going a lot with my kids and everything. You could get a 3-season salute pass, they call it. It was $35 per person, and that meant 3 seasons. There's three seasons out of the year that you can go. I forget which months they were. Unlimited. You could go to Disney World or you could go to Epcot. So that was a bargain. $35, you couldn't get in one day now for $35. But I have no desire to go back to Disney World because that was mainly for my kids, but I did enjoy it. But Epcot, I love Epcot. I would love to go to Epcot again. But I would have to have a chair, you know. I know we used to have to push my wife around in a wheelchair because she couldn't walk far. So, but South Africa's having some problems too, aren't they, Cullum family? And it is late there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's late there. I know right now in Berlin it's about midnight, 11:30, something like that, p.m. But Manuela, that's how you pronounce that. Okay. And I've noticed too, the world is seeing a lot less pollution since the whole world practically has been on not locked down, so to speak, but they've been drastically curbed their going around, driving around and stuff. And they say the air pollution is some people seeing blue skies now that hadn't seen them in years in India, places like that. We've had that until the end of April. Oh, wow. It's, I don't, guys, I feel like I'm kind of in jail, you know, almost. I mean, I can go out, but Clara George says her lockdown is till June 10th unless lifted sooner. And I know, I don't want to sound political. Well, it's not political. It is what it is. The president is anguishing over whether he should open the economy back up or whatever, you know, but I understand he can't open it. He can't, he didn't close it. Most of the states is the one that's been controlling the lockdowns. Not the president. He can say what he thinks and what he believes. But as far as him being totally responsible for opening or shutting it down, it's not up to him. So I don't know. I'm curious as to how this is going to affect the elections coming up in November. I don't know if it will or not. I'm kind of curious about it. And looks like Joe Biden is going to be the one running on the Democratic side. Of course, it remains to be seen who his running mate will be. You know, he's talking like it's going to be a woman, so I don't know. But I'm not discussing, don't get me wrong, folks, I ain't discussing politics, and I ain't going to discuss your religions. I don't care what you are, Republican, Democrat, Methodist, Baptist, Holiness, Jehovah's Witness, whatever you believe, that's your business. Yours and God's. It's not my business. And Willa says she's been locked down for 5 weeks now. Wow, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Let's see, what else was I going? Oh, I went to the VA. I had to finally break down and go to. I can't seem to be able to make appointments on my VA internet thing now because you have to go in to do it or call them, and I couldn't get it to work on the telephone, so I just jumped in the car and went over there, and lo and behold, you can't go inside. You can't see nobody face to face except there's a lady sitting out there at a little table with some hand sanitizer and a clipboard and some papers. And she will take your name and your last 4 of your social. And that's how they keep up with you on the VA records. And so I had to give her my name, my last 4, and tell her who I want to see. I want to see the audiologist. This is people about my hearing aid. And I want to see my podiatrist. So she said, we'll take all this down and we'll enter it in and we'll call you back. And they haven't called me back yet with appointments. And she said, they're not going to see you face to face unless it's an emergency. My audiology thing it's not really an emergency, but it's just aggravating to me. I can't listen to somebody talk normal conversation and understand what they're saying. And my daughter has to kind of holler at me, and well, the rest of them do too, or get right in my ear and talk to me. But it's something to do with that little wax plug thing that goes in my hearing aid that blocks wax from getting in the hearing aid. Well, I've run out of the plugs, and I got somebody a while back on the phone, and supposedly they were sending me that and batteries. Well, I got the batteries. I got 2 boxes of batteries. This is 6 months supply. But none of the wax plugs. So I need to get with them about that. A lady with 2 kids had no food. She applied for a food parcel. She got a soap, a toilet roll, a box of baby food, and a box of potteries. My neighbor and me sent her food. We're not hurting on food, but anyway, that's what went with the VA. Now I can go online now and check on my appointments and see if I've got an appointment. But I feel like my podiatrist, that's kind of an emergency. That's the one where I have an open wound on the back of my leg, and it's been there for a year. It's got better, But I've still got plenty of, well, not plenty, but I still got enough bandages and medicine and stuff that I put on it. But it's emergency to me because, look, that's what happens to a lot of diabetics. They get infections on their feet and their legs and stuff, and that's when they get them and they can't cure them or something, and that's when you lose a leg. Well, I don't want to lose no leg, folks. I really don't. Of course, if I do, I'll deal with it. But to me, it's an emergency. But no, we're okay. I keep saying, nothing's changed on our household income and stuff. My daughter still has her job. My grandson still has his. And plus he's drawing $2 more an hour than he normally gets because they call it hazard pay. Walmart's falling all over themselves trying to control the backlash they're getting about. They come out this thing, everybody was getting a $300 bonus and all this stuff, and then they was only giving it to people that didn't have any points. Points being when you don't come in or something, you call in, but it's not something that they approve, and they you only get a certain amount of the $300, all that stuff. Plus, they're not doing anything like they're claiming they've been doing about the sanitizing everything. They're not doing that, and those guys still, like they say, don't come in sick. Well, if you don't come in and you're sick, you get a point. And if you get my teeth slapped, and if you get 5 points, you're fired. You're terminated. So people scared, they come in sick. Because if they don't come in, they're going to get a point. So what part of that don't make sense? That means people that's sick's going to keep trying to come in. So yeah, so it's kind of like, well, if you come in sick, you're going to get fired if they find out about it. And if you don't come in, you're going to get a point. If you get up to 5 points, you're fired. So my aunt battled 8 months with an affected toe due to her diabetes. It's hard to heal. I'm sorry. Barbara, I hope your foot. Well, I lost a toe. I lost my big toe on my right foot about 2 years ago because it got infected several times, and finally the doctor said, "Are you getting tired of this?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "I think we might ought to just take it off this time." So that's what we did, and I don't miss it. I mean, it doesn't have any effect on my walking or anything. Every once in a while it'll start hurting and stuff, but it's my toe that's hurting, and it's the toe that's not there. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, well, I'm changing it, but it's so hard for me to do. It's on the back side of my leg, and I know nobody here wants to do it. But if push comes to shove, they would. Matter of fact, my grandson, the one that's going to college, he took care of all the bandage and everything when they amputated my toe. Hey, Alan and Marty. Alan, thank you, Jerry Barb. I appreciate that so much. Let me just put your picture right there. Hey, who's the little kid, Jerry and Barb? Is that a grandson or a child of yours? I see that a lot. They just gave me a super chat. Thank you so much, dear. And sir, I'm not gonna call Jerry dear. I have to call him sir. And he's got eyesight problems too, boy. That kind of runs in the families, and it's not looking that good. People ask me sometime, well, you could lose your eyesight, you could lose your hearing. Well, my hearing's already bad. I don't know if which I would dread more, the eyesight or the hearing. I suppose I would dread more the eyesight. We don't want to lose nothing. But guys, the average lifespan of an American male is between 70 and 75. And I'm working on my 80th year now, so I've got some bonus years in my book. And every day that I live is like a bonus. You know, it's just bonus years. And Colin Clarence said he's 44 and had to start wearing glasses. I can't see words properly anymore. Yeah, that's aggravating. You know, I have to wear. I can't see. I can take these off and I can see everything. I can read junk over there, but I can't look over here. And I can't actually read the letters in the comments, like in Willow's thing there. I can see the shape of it, so I know it's Willow. I can see Crazy Family's tube shape. I can see that, but as far as separating the letters, I can't do it. So I have to wear these glasses. That's something else I need to go to. Is the eye doctor again at the VA, but I'll hold off on that. They're wanting me to go to a specialist that's in Gainesville or the Villages and have him. They think I've got a water spot on one of them. I forget which one it is, but you know, it's just let's see. Cold beer and what? Oh, that I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the other day's thing here. What was I covered that already. So I've gone through my notes, and yeah, I started this thing out wrong. I've been sitting here, and I went live, and I'm sitting here, and nobody was coming in, and 6 minutes later, I'm thinking, what? Something's wrong. And my grandson was in here, and he looked up there. That says private. So that's what was going on. Well, I eat some stuff that I shouldn't eat, Jerry and Barb. But I don't eat it in abundance. I stay away from it as much as I can. It's just like when my daughter come in with all those donuts and those apple fritters and all that stuff. And I did take a bite out of a donut. It was shaped like it was one of them twisted things. I took a bite out of that, dipped it in coffee and all that stuff. I don't necessarily crave sugar. You know, I crave salty stuff a lot. like potato chips and stuff like that. And but I curb it. I don't pig out on none of that stuff. Now I do pig out veggie stuff like uh mashed potatoes and green beans and stuff. I love vegetables. Love them. There's a lot I don't understand about this Cullen family about the computer. I mean, I've been piddling with them ever since 1995. Um, I can't get my brain wrapped around how to edit videos like they should be edited. I've got an editing software that I paid pretty good bit of money for. Um, I don't know what my A1C is right now. Well, that's something else I need to do. I go to the vet, you get some lab work done. I may have to go to a private doctor to get it done if the VA's not going. They're not seeing anybody face to face right now, and I don't know how long that's going to go on. The other day when I was in Publix getting my prescriptions, this girl came by that I know. She's let's see, she's seventh grade right now. And I kind of watched her grow up from over where at the other school, Ocala Springs, where my grandson went. And I didn't know her. I didn't know what her name was, but I always noticed her and everything. And I didn't actually meet. I met her one day in Publix, and she was there with this other lady that was the nurse at the VA. And I seen the girl with her, and I said, "Hey, I know you." And she looked at me like, "Who are you?" I said, "I know you from Ocala Springs." I said, "I've been seeing you for ever since you was probably in about the second or third grade." And the nurse from the VA looked, says, "Well, I know you." And I hadn't had noticed her then. And I said, "Oh, hey." And she said, "That's my granddaughter." I said, "Well, I've been knowing her a long time." And of course, now I know her name's Naomi and all that stuff. But I seen her the other day that was coming through Publix, and she had to back off, but because my instinct was just to get up close and talk to her, and then I thought, nope. And that just kills me when you can't get up close and talk to somebody. I found out about 6 months ago that I have a freckle on one of my eyes. All right, it disappeared on me there. Doctors, where'd it go? Doctor said we need to watch it because that is how cancer starts. I had no idea there was such a thing as eye cancer. Yeah, there is that. Now I've got a freckle on I'm gonna look at it right now, on my leg. It's been there. I guess it borders more on being the mole. It's not it's slightly raised, but it's been there all my life. But I have noticed it feels a little different now, and the shape is a little different. And I need that looked at. I need that looked at. Yeah, I'm looking at it now and rubbing it. I'm not really that concerned right now, but that's how stuff like that gets started. And I have a lump in one of my legs. Not a big lump, but a lump nonetheless. So you tend to watch that stuff more when you're older than you do when you're younger. Uh, But I don't know, guys. We only have so much time on this earth. And we don't know when our time's up. For some people, it comes early, and like my son, he died at 14. Just breaks my heart. Everyone, I think about it. Well, I think about him all the time because he would be like 48 now. He died when he was 14, and I just think if he had lived, maybe I would have had more grandchildren. But I swear, sometimes I think I love my grandbabies, my 3 grandsons, so much. I don't know if there's enough room in my heart to love anymore, but I guess it is. I mean, it's just like you guys, I've got about 140 of you guys, and I love every one of you. Life's a funny thing. And I know I don't have as much time left as some of the rest of you do. It's not the dying. It's not the dying but one of the biggest things that worries me about me dying is all of these memories in my head from as far back as I can remember. When I die, they're gone. And if I don't tell people, like in the line of some of my stories, if I don't tell them stories, they'll be gone. And I got so many more things that I want to tell that I'm telling some family members. And I tell them about something that me and 3 of my other cousins used to do and all that stuff. Well, I didn't know y'all did that. Well, now you know. And if I died tomorrow, you know that me and Timmy went out to that barn and started one of Uncle Edward's tractors accidentally and scared us to death, and we took off. We took off running because it was moving. And we were young. And we ran, and we never heard nothing about it. But we know that the tractor run into the other side of the barn, but we never heard nothing about it. So I don't know what Uncle Edward ever thought about that, or his brother. They was 2 brothers, and they had this big farm, peanuts, tobacco, and cotton. But I told that, and I said, well, I didn't know that happened. Well, I don't know what happened. All I know is we took off running. We was 2 scared little boys. But we was sitting up there acting like we was driving and all that stuff. And there was this little button like a dimmer switch down there on the bottom. And we pushed that thing. The tractor started. Timmy was sitting in the seat, and I was standing beside him. I jumped on one side, and Timmy took off on the other side. We took off. And it was moving. It was in gear. Oh, my gosh. We did some stuff, but it's just, it is Easter, isn't it? Don't seem like it. Mom cooked the old-fashioned way with grease and fat and tons of carbs. Yeah, they used to do that. One of my fondest memories when I was staying with my Aunt Rosa May. She was the one taking care of my middle brother. And it's getting up in the morning, and you start smelling breakfast. And my aunt's mother-in-law, that was her husband's mother, she did all the cooking around there. The rest of us all worked out in the field. But she had a wood stove that she cooked on, and she had a fireplace that she cooked things in and hanging on some things there. And I just remember sitting hanging with John Wild. Hey, John, Echo Man. But yeah, the food was just so great. I mean, there was always food, and most of it was fresh as fresh could be. I gotta squinch my eyes even with my glasses on. Sorry about that, Maggie. Our granny ate bacon and eggs breakfast every day, and well, Miss Gupton, that was my aunt's mother-in-law's name. There was always ham or bacon, grits, and eggs, and everything was fair. Well, the ham and bacon course was cured. It was out. They had a little what they call a smokehouse, and they had all kind of meat and stuff hung in there that was smoked and cured. It don't seem like Easter. I never have tried one of them air fryers. I wondered how they worked. And I can't stand the smell of breakfast in the morning. I can eat it for supper, but not breakfast. The smell of food never bothered me. Never bothered me. Still don't bother me. People saying if you... something else I found out. On these live streams, now, if we discuss... I'm gonna spell it. COVID-19. If we put it in the comments here and we talk about it by name, or write about it, this thing, as quick as I sign off and everything, and it goes to unlimited. It won't monetize it. And it takes about a day to get that took off, because you got to appeal it, and then some live person's going to go check it out and see in what context you was using that name and discussing a pandemic. Because they have guidelines about, you can talk about it, but there's certain things you can't insinuate. You can't insinuate, I hope this don't cause it, you can't insinuate that it's a government controlled thing trying to take over. You can't do stuff like that. You can't sew open wounds. And there's some things in there you can't do it, or it will get unlimited, meaning you won't be getting no ad revenue off of it. And I found out that the last video I did the other day, we talked about that stuff, and sure enough, it got unlimited. Took me about a day before I could get it monetized. So I guess I can see it is a bunch of baloney. Our channel don't get monetized and will never be in the future because it's not available in my area, but I don't care. I'm just happy having our YouTube family. Well, if all of a sudden I couldn't be monetized, I would be disappointed, but I would be so happy that I have my subscribers, the 140 that I have that watch me fairly regular. I just don't, I really can't. Sometimes I try to wrap my brain around how big YouTube is and how many millions and millions of people have channels and doing video content and all, how they keep up with that stuff and how they know how it picks up that we're talking about COVID 19. I don't know. I can't figure it out how they do that. I worry about. I got a lady. Okay, Willow. Talk to you later, dear. Yeah, you gotta watch what you say anymore. And there's one guy and gal talking about it being a government conspiracy and everything. And I don't know if his channel's been demonetized because of it or not. I hadn't really checked to see. But, I don't know. I just can't get, I don't know why I try to wrap my brain around stuff that I know I can't figure out. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they store all this information. I mean, every video that I have created, and it's something over 570 now. They're up there. They're stored somewhere. Love you too, Willow. But it's just, I haven't seen Manuela on here this time. I figured she'd be on here. But anyway. Okay. Hey Sheila, I've got a it's not, I don't have the box sitting here. I got your stuff in there that you won a good while back. Fixing to go out. I'm gonna set the pickup for Tuesday. That's when the post office people, the mailman will stop by and pick it up. And I got stuff for Sheila. I got stuff for Rianne, stuff for Alan, stuff for Mary Beth. But I found out you can't be talking about that stuff. It's not that they'll take it off permanent; is they're gonna take it off long enough to see what you're mentioning. I guess it's the word. If you mention that word, they got some kind of software that picks up that word. That's the catch word. And then that just automatically goes to yellow and unlimited, it says. So, that chilling with you all as my story time video is uploading. Alan is sleeping, Rianne is cooking, and Elena is on her computer. I've seen this thing that we got from our internet provider, and we're on unlimited now. we had to go unlimited because I'm on a lot. My grandson, my baby, when he's on, somehow or another, it's got something to do. His Xbox got something to do with it. Plus, he has to do his school classes and everything online. He actually has to sit there, and his teacher's on the screen, and about 7 or 8 other students are there, and whichever student is talking, their picture pops up and all that stuff. So that's taking up bandwidth. My grandson that goes to college, does his college classes and stuff online now, and my daughter, she uses it too. So we got 5 people, and we're all to a point using the internet. Daughters are hashing it out on me. Frugal Granny, and Frugal Granny. Are you gonna stay Frugal Granny, or are you gonna stay Delilah, Stringfella? Polish kielbasa, and you know what, Christy? I have never had. Is that a pierogies, or Pierogis? I never had one of them. I don't even know what they look like. They sound like they might be good, but I've never had one. Dumpster Heroes. Dumpster Heroes. Are you new, dear? I don't recognize the name. I'm gonna have to write that down. Check that out. I go to a lot of you guys to check you out, but a lot of you don't have content. There's nothing to check out. But I subscribe to you anyway. ROES. Oh, check that out in a little bit. Check that. Mary Beth, this stuff I'm sending you, I hope it's something you like. You know, it's just stuff I found, and you seem to kind of like little figurines and whatnots and stuff like that. And I'm gonna go back down to Lauren's one. I might do that tomorrow, because if she still got that, I'm gonna get that and send that to you too. You haven't tried them. I have made them. We have an old video of it. Yeah, I don't know what they are. That sounds like a northern dish. I almost said a Yankee dish. I never thought of anybody up there being Yankees till one of my drivers said, that's a bunch of Yankees. Yes, sir, I was on for a little bit. My son helped me. Okay. They shouldn't have changed that. That should, let's see what happens when I click on. Well, for me, I can't do anything with it, because what pops up there when I do it, it says put user in timeout out or block user. So I can't do it on my side. I can do it after it's over. And figurines are pretty and stuff. I got some pretty neat ones. I got something else I might throw in there. I don't know. Do you like stuff like this, Mary Beth? This is handmade. And it looks like earthenware. And I don't know where it was made at, but I know it's handmade. and because I'm clearing off my shelf with a lot of stuff. I was actually one day thought I might go in there and paint these leaves, and it looks Indian. It looks Indian, but I got so much medical stuff I have to set up out here and everything, and printer paper, and I just got so much stuff. I'm gonna check you out, Dumpster Heroes. What's that up there for? That thing popped up. They're like a dumpling filled with potato and cheese, sometimes meat, sometimes sauerkraut. You disappeared on me here. It's a Polish thing. Okay. Well, by the way, guys, Christy is Polish. I don't know if you know her last name. I ain't gonna say it, but I know what it is, and she's definitely Polish. My grandma came from Poland. And by the way, talking about Polish, Tanya from Australia, and I don't hardly ever see her anymore. She's Polish. Yes, she is. And sometimes when I'm talking about it, I almost say Polak, but I don't know if that's just slang or is it derogatory to call somebody a Polak. I know Archie Bunker called his son-in-law a Polak. Yeah, I'll check that out. I've never had one. I've never had one. I never heard of it till you guys was talking. Crazy Family Tube accident timed you out. Oh, okay. I've done accidentally timed somebody out too, and I really. Is DH a troll? Who is DH? DH. Is DH a troll? I got a troll who chimes in. Of course, he can't leave any comments anymore because I I blocked him. And he really wasn't saying anything. He wasn't watching my channel, so he'll go in when I put up a video. He will go to it real quick and leave a comment, and it's almost like it might be a robot. And I caught on to it because I was leaving certain short videos about something that had nothing to do with what he was saying. And I kept noticing that, and I finally, Diana Glenn, hi there, just something to see what you're up to. Are you fit? Yes, Diana, I am feeling A1 okay. Got my teeth in. They ain't gonna stay in long, though, I'm gonna tell you that. Polak is considered a derogatory term. Well, then I won't say that anymore. Dumpster Heroes, you will be back in a few minutes. Oh, being timed out is one thing you cannot be undone. We are sorry for accidentally timing you out. Yeah, that happens. I did it to somebody a couple of videos, live streams back, and it was one of Crazy Family Tube's subscribers, and So if you don't really make sure you got your arrow, your thumb pointed where it's supposed to be, and you click, it's done, and you can't undo it. Can't undo it. But stuff happens, and that's one reason it's a good idea to have moderators, and I've got several moderators on here. You'll see a little wrench by their name, and they kind of watch my back if a troll does get in there. And I've had a couple jump in there, and I've seen several get on Crazy Family Tubes, and I think 2 or 3 of us jumped on them pretty quick. No, my teeth, Claire Joy, they sometimes they slip, but it's because I'm not really used to wearing them anymore, because I hardly ever wear them. And the only reason I put them in this time, I had a bag of peanuts I wanted to eat, and I didn't want to get out my little blender and grind them up. So I ground them up with my teeth. But they got to go in for repair anyway. I dropped them in the sink one time when I was cleaning them and chipped a couple of places, and I've even got one too. That one right there, it's got a chip on it. Everybody says that one looks natural because it's chipped. But they really don't feel like they want to be in, Claire Joy. Dumpster Heroes. Yeah, Dumpster Heroes. Where are y'all from? Frugal Granny's in Alabama. Yeah, my wife used to use that denture liner on hers. But she got a raw deal on her teeth because she had her dentures when she was 15 years old. And when they made her a new set, they used her old dentures as a model. They didn't cast some new ones for her. They just used that, and that it was no point because her old ones, her mouth over 60-something years, her mouth has changed. And that was the dumbest thing I ever heard of. Mark and Grandma. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to close this thing out. I've not run out of stuff I want to say, but I just did want to cover those things. I'm making sure I covered what I wanted to cover. And I'll be shipping some packages out come Tuesday. And by the way, guys, I'm still waiting on dirt. I want a dirt from your state. I want to finish that collection. I don't know if I ever will or not, but I'm wanting dirt from every state, and it doesn't have to be a lot of dirt. Matter of fact, you can put it in a little bag and stick it in the envelope and send it. This here is from Ricky Lance. That's dirt from upstate New York. That was in 2019. Where's my other ones? They're back in the back of my drawer. This here is from Indiana. Bloomington, Indiana. I've got 4 containers. I got some from Michigan from Crazy Family Tube, and I almost called them Chris and Holly, and Chris and Holly's been on my mind a lot lately. I bought a video that teaches how, then the stuff cost about $300. What are you talking about there, Joy? Dumpster Heroes. I made my own dentures. Oh, she made her own dentures, but you can get the stuff to make them, but it's not as good as having it professionally done. I've seen them like that. And then the stuff costs about $300. And if you shop around, there's one outfit, they send you some stuff and you make your impressions. And they make you a set from that. But the biggest part of the time, those dentures like that, when you get them, they kind of fit so-so. They'll work, but they don't look right. And when they made impressions of my mouth and everything when I first had this done, when they come back with a set, they was all cockeyed, and I couldn't even get my mouth closed. But it was because of my crossbite. They hadn't took into account my crossbite. And they had to go make another set. Of course, now, supposedly they're beautiful, they say. I don't know. Their teeth. All right, guys. I've been going over an hour, and let me take a sip of coffee. I'll have a video out tomorrow. And now I'm not planning on going anywhere next week off the place here. I'm going to stay right here. So, Maggie, if I don't get out on my scooter and misbehave, you're going to have to figure out something else to talk to me about. Maggie's been giving me down the river about some of the stuff I've been doing. But she's concerned. I got a nice long letter from her. And guys, remember too, I want to talk to everybody privately. And that's like I'm talking tomorrow to Manuela. She's in Berlin, Germany. I'm talking to her, and she sent me a thing to my email, drunktarver@gmail.com, and I've got it set up, and I'm talking to her tomorrow. And if any of you want, matter of fact, I'm hoping that she will do it and let me do it, let me publish it, or as public, so that you can see how that works. A lot of you people, you don't understand how that private thing works, but once you see how it is, it's like we're sitting here talking face to face, because she's on the screen, I'm on the screen, and that's that's the way it works. And I just love it, you know, because then when I'm not worried about all the other people on here talking and not acknowledging what they're saying and everything, I can learn more about that person. They can learn more about me, and we can just have a good get together or fellowship or whatever you want to call it. It don't hurt. It's free, and I love it. I love it. And somebody asked me for an autographed picture. Can you believe that? An autographed picture. And heck yeah, you want one? Matter of fact, they already sent me $1 to my PayPal and to mail it, and I'm going to mail it to them. Matter of fact, I don't know what that's going to cost, but it'll be in a priority mail envelope. An autographed picture. I might start thinking I'm some kind of celebrity. I don't know, but wish I had channel, but I am boring. You're not boring, Jerry and Barb, at all. You're wonderful. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut out of here, and he's sending you a hat with the word tenon. It's my oh. Maggie, I've been looking at Guam. It's more than one island, isn't it? Because every time you look at Guam, it shows that big island, and it don't show them smaller islands. I always thought there were some smaller islands. Wellington. Yeah, they're expensive, but you know, Joy, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and do it. Search tenon, and that is where the Enola Gay took off from to go bomb the Japanese with the atomic bomb. The Marianas Islands. All right, I guess I'll have to do that, because all I'm pulling up is that bigger island, and I know it's smaller islands. And happy Easter to you, Fantel. It just don't seem like Easter. It just don't. It just don't. All right, guys. I will see you. I want to learn how to say goodbye in the language that she doesn't. I don't know if they use that language now or not. I want to be able to say it. Well, I can say it in German. German is Auf Wiedersehen. I know a little bit of German. I just know it to speak it, but I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to write it. And my hat is anybody that is bilingual, and by bilingual I mean not only be able to speak it, but to be able to read it and write it. And this Manuela Tippies, or whatever you want to call that last name of her, she speaks it and she writes it. I'm talking about English. She had to learn English in school. And she told me something I didn't know, that when Berlin was still East and West Berlin, the East Berliners, they had to learn Russian. The West Berliners had to learn English as a second language. But anybody that can actually speak a language, another language, and actually learn how to read it and write it, that's incredible. I can speak a little German, but not enough to really be fluent in it. But I can't imagine somebody learning something like Russian, and then have to speak it or to write it and read it because their alphabet's so cockeyed compared to English. And same thing with like Japanese or Chinese, look at their alphabet for God's sake. I just can't imagine knowing how to speak English, my dialect in Philippines, laugh out loud, a little Japanese. I only know a couple of words in Japanese. I was really growing up. I didn't think too kindly of Germans, and I didn't think kindly of Russians, and I didn't think kindly of Japanese. But guys, like the Japanese, they attack. Yeah, my language is called Chamorro. Yeah, that's what I couldn't get out. But war is a terrible thing. And I wonder if we could converse like we do now with YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff all over the world, would that war ever have happened? Unless somebody like Adolf Hitler just shut it down and wouldn't allow it. I don't know. But I don't think bad of Japanese now. I don't think bad of Russians. Uh, I definitely don't think bad of Germans because I was over there for so long, and one of my daughters, is a German national because she was actually born in Germany to a German mother, and she is German. Uh, she lives here in the States. I've never met her, and we're just leaving it at that because I had nothing to do as far as I didn't even know she existed till 5 or 6 years ago, and so. But I talked to her. She's uh, we don't. We're so different, and I'm not knocking her religion. I'm not knocking mine, but our religions are so different. She's a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't know how that happened because she was raised as a Catholic. And I said I won't discuss religion, so I'm just Protestant, let's put it that way. But I really have a soft spot in my heart for Germany because I've got so many friends over there. My brother, Robert, lives in Mainz, Germany. He went into the army in somewhere around 70 something. And he was shipped to Germany. Well, when he got discharged, he took his discharge in Germany. He married this German lady, and he's been in Germany ever since. He's been in Germany almost 40 years now. And I talked to him on Facebook, you know, the messaging thing and everything. And I guess he'll die there, you know. And I don't think he'll ever. He's been home. He can't. Last time he was here was in 1982, and he. But he's always said when he dies he wants to be buried next to Mother, and she's in Jacksonville, Florida. So I don't know if that's still the plan or not. I don't know. See you later, crazy family too. I'm going to, you know, I done got off on another subject here. So look, guys, I'm gone. I'll see you later, and I may do a live Tuesday. I may. I don't know because see, actually, monetarily, these live streams are getting as many views as my regular videos. So that's something you can speak hillbilly. What? Oh, Jeannie Coons, what do I speak? What do I speak? Oh my God. I think I got hillbilly mixed in me and some flatland North Carolina mixed into me. I don't know. And the Virginia drawl. My cousins all said I had this drawl. All right, guys. I'm leaving. I love y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Promise. Good night. It is 6:30. Have I been talking that long? Almost an hour and a half. Goodbye, guys.